Hello, music lovers! Welcome to the Squiggle Spin,
Squiggly.
brought to you by Rock the Alphabet here on MM Radio.
That's it.
Coming to you each Friday at 12 p.m. U.S. Central Time, 6 p.m. in the UK, and 7 p.m. in the EU.
Oh, it's like inside. I know your real name. I know your real name. Most people don't know your real name.
Bringing to you the best from our featured indie artists, their featured songs, and now, for this season, interviews with your favorite indie bands.
I'm glad you asked that question.
And where can you find this?
Oh, that's easy.
It's right here on the Squiggle Spin.
Music brings people together.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy, because you're into the spin. And now, your featured song. Alright, music lovers, before we get into today's featured song, I'd like to get to know more about today's featured artist. The artist is Tone Travelers. All aboard, everyone! It's time to hit the road with today's featured artist. Formed in 2018 by Monique and Bill, this unique grouping of seasoned musicians started off as a cover band with originals on the side. However, the pandemic would change all that. Like for most struggling musicians, the lockdown was devastating to say the least. Bands and artists struggled to find their footing in this new terrain, and Tone Travelers were no exception. As the band name implies, they were accustomed to traveling and performing live venues. Now all that had to be adjusted. So they dropped the covers and began to concentrate on filling their songbook with original material. Now, music lovers, this may seem like a daunting task, but this pair of seasoned musicians with years of experience under their collective belts ventured forward to redefine their place in music history. Now, with their creative juices flowing, they bounced ideas off each other. As they say, each one inspires the other to create something extraordinary. So, as you can imagine, Monique and Bill have created a substantial amount of musical compositions from which to draw from. Musically, their influences range between the Cranberries and Fleetwood Mac, to name a few. Their eclectic taste in music has led them down the road less traveled, and one that transcends musical genres. With a generous helping of rock and blues, they valiantly add a bit of jazz and world music, a la Dave Matthews. Their passion for music can be heard in each of their songs, and as they travel across the country, spreading the love of music to all who listen, they search for that tone that will reach the hearts of their listeners. So, music lovers, keep an eye out and an ear out for Tone Travelers. They may be coming around your way sometime soon.
This is the one and only Dr. Dog with my friend Squiggly Myers rocking out to the Squiggly Spin. Rock on!
Now, today's featured song, music lovers, is What It Takes by Tone Travelers. Well, music lovers, you know by now that around here we like to revel in music. The fact is, we genuinely get excited when we're presented with a new song. Now, each song that comes across our desktop is always a joy to listen to, although I will admit some stand out more than others. These unique musical curiosities are what make the work here at Rock the Alphabet one of the best I've had the pleasure to take part in. You know, music lovers, every song has a message in it, obviously, but Tone Travelers are here with a message for all you up-and-coming artists. The question before you is, do you have what it takes to make it to the top? Now, this question isn't a sarcastic jab at anyone. In fact, it wasn't meant for other people. Tone Travelers was asking themselves this very question. And I believe it to be a very important question for all you musicians. Not to discourage anyone, but rather to light a fire and give you the momentum to take your passion to the world. Now, in the song, music lovers, Tone Travelers harness a sound that is reminiscent to artists like REM and the All American Rejects. In fact, Tone Travelers come out directly in this modern punk pop anthem of encouragement. With its fuzzed out guitars and solid bass line, the rhythm section of this train rolls down the track through the hills of music to encourage us to give it our all and make our mark on the music scene. Lyrically, it asks us to assess our resolve and encourages us to use our gift of music to better the world around us. You see, I think we can all collectively agree that music has the power to lift us out of a dark place and encourage us to move forward. You see, music lovers, I am a true believer in the healing power of music and an advocate for it, because music has the potential to reach deep down inside of all of us and become a strong tool for therapy. And in a sense, I believe that is our superpower as musicians. I mean, think about it, music lovers. How many times have you been carried through hard times by an artist's song or music? Well, Tone Travelers begs to remind us in this song that we all have the potential to become musical lifelines for someone. And even if you only reach one person, music lovers, it's worth it. You never know how many people are lifted up by something you created. So, as William Shakespeare so eloquently phrased it, if music be the food of love, play on. Well, music lovers, that's it for this episode of the Squiggle Spin. Remember to join us again next week when we will be reviewing another featured song by another featured indie artist. This is Squiggly Myers reminding you, life is short, my friends. Don't forget to turn up the music. Now, let's listen to Tone Travelers and their song, What It Takes, here on the station where it's always tasty, MM Radio.